Hello and welcome to the Gfinity show. I am Bryce, your host, and each week I'll be bringing you some one-on-one time with some very special guests from the world of esports. Speaking of special guests, joining me this week, it's Epsilon Swanny, a long-term friend of mine. How are you?
Not bad, thanks, not bad.
Awesome, right. So I've got a few topics to kind of discuss with you. So let's jump straight in. I kind of want to point this out. It's not something that a lot of people, the public, won't know, but I've got to talk about your phone situation. I feel like you finally upgraded, and it's been an awful long time coming. Now, you actually have both your phones here, which I'm quite glad you brought. I want to show them the phone you've been using up until a few months ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a public issue. I think it's taken the world of Twitter by storm when I showed everyone a picture, and funnily enough.
So you've gone, this is the new iPhone 6, right?
The new iPhone 6 and...
That is your old phone?
The upgrade, the iPhone 7. No, yeah, so, that's its predecessor.
Because a lot of obviously people who know you've been telling you to kind of get more on social media and stuff, and every time you're like, oh, yeah, I need to tweet, and you're like, why don't you just use your phone? And then you'd pull that old phone out of your pocket. I
mean, it sort of influenced my decision, you know, being more active on social media and things, so now I can...
How is the transition? Because I don't think anybody's kind of done that transition, something from 1980 to 2014.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stalwart of technological prowess, I think, this old bad boy, but no, it's good to... so many things that you take for granted with a smartphone. I've finally got one.
You kind of it's weird the fact that obviously you're one of the generation new esports players and very at the cutting edge of technology with everything you use, and yet you were using a phone from World War II.
even before then, I think. But no, I think the time's come to become more active on social media and things, and that's part of the package. It allows me to take pictures and all sorts of marvellous stuff.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you kind of come forward in the 21st century. So, all right, let's get on with the serious questions now. Enough about ripping you for your phone choice. There's a question that's on everybody's lips, and it's something that happened very recently, and it shocked a lot of people, including me. What kind of happened in your words with Tommy?
First things first, to make it clear, it wasn't a dispute, there wasn't a falling out or a disagreement between anyone in the team. It just happened that Tommy received, from his position, a better offer from Vitality and decided to take it up. And when he initially came, we were fine with it. He initially came to me and spoke to me about it, and I said, look, if this is best for you, just go for it. And I mean, myself, Jared, Josh, and the management were all 100% supportive of his decision because, in my opinion, it is, the best move for him.
Fair enough. Well, it seems like you're kind of behind him, and obviously there's no ill feelings there.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we're all mature. This isn't 16-year-olds on game battles or something and having a falling out. Or,
Do you miss him?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, we are going to miss it. We're good, not just in game, but out of game, to be honest. Because we were good friends, and then in game, obviously, we had a lot of chemistry as teammates. So yeah, we'll miss him.
Yeah, I'd kind of say it must have been really weird for you because I know you played probably from the outside, I saw a lot with Tommy, even to the point where for quite a while you were his, I believe, his subscriber noise. Is that correct?
I hope not. I'm not sure about that, but possibly, yeah, possibly. But yeah, we played a lot of 2v2s and things outside, and we really got on together. So it is disappointing.
It's going to be a hard man to replace then.
Yeah, really. I mean, obviously everyone knows he's regarded as the game changer in game, and he's lived up to that standard throughout his time in Epsilon. So yeah, it'll be hard to find an adequate replacement. Fair
enough. Well, all right. Let's talk about Epsilon then. So you've been with them quite a while now, especially in terms of the scene in general. There's only one organisation that actually does that with the players. That's TCM. So you joined them straight off the back of Prophecy, which you were in again for a little while as well.
Yeah.
How's it been? How they've been treating you? How's it be part of Epsilon?
Good. I've never been wanted to leave teams initially. Anyway, I actually haven't left a team in I think over 3 years, which is an interesting statistic. I'm one for loyalty and building up a relationship with an organisation and teammates. And Epsilon have been fantastic with the whole process. We've seen an improvement not only in game but out of game with our relationship with the sponsors we've been able to bring in, our interaction with the fans, the audience. We've all improved our social, both our individual brands, and I think we've contributed to Epsilon's social media following as a whole. So I think the whole relationship has been positive from both ends.
So you've had I'm going to say a good year on Ghosts. But I suspect for you felt it's been very up and down. How has your year been with Epsilon and the entire team the whole way through? How do you kind of describe it?
Positive is the main word. I'm not sure if we've had any negatives, to be honest. I think the lowest point would probably be our champs.
That's the point I was going to probably bring up about being a low point. That and, I mean, Columbus at the start of the year wasn't a good start for you. It's the very first
Yeah.
Ghost tournament. You come second at EU Regionals. Oh no, that was a winner-take-all, and I know you guys were gutted about that.
Yeah.
Champs, unfortunately, you weren't able to make. You actually, come lower than you when you played with the Italians. Does that sting a little?
Yeah, it was. I think obviously my placement last year kind of softened the blow a bit, and the fact that with the Italians we were able to get in the top 8 and finish in the money. But no, without a doubt, and I expected nothing to top Champs this year as a low point. I think that whenever I look back on my Call of Duty career as a player, that will be the definitive low point.
Oh wow, well that must have hit you hard then.
Oh well, under the circumstances, if everyone just takes time to think about the circumstances of that loss, what it meant, the fact that it was a last round 3-2 to finish in the money, and not only that, but to the team who went on to play second, and a lot of other factors. We didn't expect to exceed expectations, but we certainly expected to meet our own expectations at that event. And when it failed to deliver, it's not as much as letting other people down as letting ourselves down as teammates and not living up to our own expectations.
Yeah, well, if that's the low point, then the next few months must have been a little bit of vindication for you. I mean, the only next bad placement I can think of for the rest of the year was Anaheim, if I'm correct. Was it Anaheim, MLG?
Yeah, we came top 8 at Anaheim. But again,
that's a great placement. But I mean, bearing in mind that it must have been the next lowest point. I'm saying it was a low point for you. I mean, you broke the top 8 curse.
Yeah, no, you'd be 100% right. I think in terms of me individually as well, that was arguably a lower point than Champs. Not in terms of the result, but in terms of gameplay. That is.
Oh, that's great. Actually, that's the first time you've ever said, if I remember correctly, what you exactly said was, that's the first time I've ever felt like I've played bad at an event. Is that correct?
I think I've played bad before, but in 6 years of playing, I think that's the first time where I can really say that I've definitively let my teammates down at an event. And Anaheim, and everyone, I think every player will have an event that they don't live up to their own expectations and that they perform below their average level of skill. And I think that was just my event.
Well, that's unfortunate. Fortunately, you had some really good results. You've been pretty much winning everything UK-based in terms of actual LAN tournaments, which probably must have helped you a little bit after the few tiny low points we talked about this year.
Yeah, I mean, after the initial upset of Champs and a short period after Anaheim of disappointment, I think it's really served as a huge boost in motivation for us to kind of exceed our own expectations throughout the rest of the game and to kind of compensate for what has been a few disappointing international events and then compensate for a European events.
So you won your first EGL this year. You won two or three. I think you won all 3 I series so far in Ghosts, if I remember correctly.
We've won 2 EGLs. It's hard to keep up with actually. 2 EGLs, definitely 2 I series, possibly 3. And then we won FCO, and then we won a Spanish event, LVP.
And then you came second at Gfinity as well. So like I said, the second half of the year was definitely a lot better than in the first half. Yeah,
I think that's fair to say. I don't think it's down to our calibre as a team. I think we've maintained a consistent level of performance. It just at some of the initial events, it just didn't work out for us. TCM were the better team at European Champs. They played exceptional, and they deserved that. Columbus, ourselves and TCM were, didn't...
I was there, out at the same time, within 30 seconds of each other, playing next to each other as well. And I had the rare privilege of being obviously with you guys that weekend, and I could see just how much it hurt, if I'm honest. That's the only real word I can kind of get with it. I've never seen a group of guys that dejected after, what was a loss over what a lot of people consider just a game.
I think people need, if people really analyse the nature of our defeats at these international events, they'll understand why it's so heartbreaking. Columbus, I think, Columbus, we lost the match to knock us out. We lost, the initial match we lost 3-2, and then the match to knock us out we lost by, I think, 1 point in blitz, 1 round in search and destroy, and literally 1 point in domination. And then TCM again was a 3-2. So, and then at Champs we both lost in incredibly close circumstances. It's the circumstances of the defeat which gets to you, and the fact that
it's the tiny inches that are kind of killing you.
That separates from beating this team who comes second at Champs to placing outside the top 12, and it really is marginal.
Well, there you go. Like I said, we kind of discussed your entire year with Epsilon there. The next thing I kind of want to talk about a little with you is the rest of this year. ESWC, that's the next event coming up. It's, what, a week away now?
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into this, obviously, with a new fourth?
We're always confident, to be honest. I think perhaps the best case study to bring up would be G2 last year. We came into that event with a pickup, with Gunch, with literally no practice online. You know, we were marred by a plethora of problems. You know, we had people disconnecting during scrims, not being able to get online, horse booting, etc., and just a conflict of schedules. So we literally went into G2 expecting, well, nothing. Obviously, you always need to be confident, but we weren't expecting a good placement, and we came out with second, almost beating Cole. So that was what, when Tommy decided to leave and we had the chat, I literally said to the guys, look, think positive about this, because we, especially myself and Jared, we've been in this situation before, and we came out on top. You know, we came second at the following events, and I've no doubt that, especially with Mad Cat, we can pull off a similar result.
Oh, he's certainly incredibly talented, and you've all played with him before as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've got previous chemistry, you know, so it's not as if we're picking up a completely random player who we have no idea. Obviously, we need to ensure that over the next week before SWC, we get as much practice in as possible.
So you actually hit on an interesting point there I'm going to cover quickly. You and Jared have teamed for quite a while.
Yeah. A year and a half, possibly, maybe even longer. It's around that time, but I think it's fair to say we've been fairly successful together as a partnership. It's not really a partnership most people would expect, to be honest.
That's the next point I was going to kind of make. What you're talking about, it's like, even to my mind, I never really thought of you and Jared as a duo, but you've actually been together for quite a while. I don't know why that didn't register with you.
I mean, firstly, because I think we've got completely contrasting play styles, and that he's the aggressive, you know, he runs around, he gets in people's faces, and he just does what Jared does. Whereas I'm methodical, sit behind a head glitch, you know. I think methodical is an interesting word to describe it, but yeah, a bit slow, a bit more, you know, a slower play style.
Yeah.
So I think that's why people don't really draw the comparison between me and Jared as a duo, whereas...
You and Tommy were known as the duo.
Yeah, apart from me and Tommy, me and Gunch when we teamed, even me and Shane, and then on Black Ops 2, I think the infamous duo was Jared and Mad Cat together when they teamed.
Yeah, I'd say that's even to me, and I've watched loads of your games. I never really thought of it like that. But yeah, you and Jared, what a duo. Okay, so there are two more things I kind of want to go over here. The first one I'm going to go over is something that a lot of people at home aren't really going to get straight away, but something I know through knowing you. You're what I call one of the only clean gamers, and that doesn't mean that you've got good hygiene, which you undoubtedly do. It means more the fact that you are around events, and I said a lot of people don't really get this, so I'm going to quickly explain. Swanny's one of the only players I know that doesn't drink. That's right, and you're more or less teetotal. You don't drink around events. I've never really seen you that.
Not really.
You drink just water. You eat pretty healthily, and you're one of the first, you know, get an early night when you've got to play the next day. Do you find that kind of puts you in contrast to some of your teammates and players you play with, who, admittedly, you're probably the only one I can think does that?
I think perhaps because at my first few events I experienced playing with a horrendous hangover on multiple occasions, and it wasn't really good, you know. And when you get to this level and you see, you know, the level of professionalism that's required in the scene these days, you know, you are a professional, you're playing full time, and this is your job. Your job is to perform whatever the occasion. You know, you need to take these things into consideration. You need to get an early night and do etc., etc. It's not just about how you perform in game. There are a lot of, you know, things out of game that contributes towards it, and it's just necessary at the moment. I think anyone who represents an organisation who has sponsors need to take into consideration that, you know, they are representing something.
Do you any of your, you know, habits rubbed off on any of your teammates? I mean, there was the infamous you and Tommy both eating bananas on stream.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I just, but
it was like some sort of team bonding session. You all had a pre-game banana.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's rubbed off on anyone. I don't think I intentionally do it with improving my gameplay in mind. You know, it's just what I do.
Well, fair enough. It's refreshing to see that kind of attitude. Like I said, a lot of people, we'll go get takeout food and we'll have, you know, fizzy drinks and energy drinks, you know, 4 to 6 during the day and all that. And obviously, you don't do any of that.
I mean, make no mistake, I do overload on caffeine on a regular basis at events, and it's hard to prevent, you know, a bad diet at events, to be honest. But you do what you can. The
infamous Swanny bottle of water is one I always like. You always have. I don't know where you get it. Always have a 2 bottle.
Yeah, I feel like it's surgically attached to my hand at some point.
I can see a fresh one over there just now. All right, so let's talk about the next game. Advanced Warfare. You've played it. I've played it. What do you think?
It's perhaps the greatest difference between one COD and its predecessor in the whole history of the series. In terms of the exoskeleton, the fact that the whole game is centered around the exoskeleton, the exo abilities, and the enhanced movement, you know, I don't think a player has ever been able to, you know, seamlessly traverse the map as easily as in Advanced Warfare. You know, you can, the range of movement available to the player, I think it's really going to, one, it's going to be good for spectators, but more importantly, as a player, it's going to showcase a lot of skill. And I think Jerd comes to mind when, you know, you think about movement and you think about players who are going to be able to, you know, harness that movement to the best of their ability to improve their gameplay.
How do you find it? How when you were playing? Are you any good at it?
Surprisingly, I think because the general consensus is that it suits more a faster faster pace of play. But surprisingly, I actually quite enjoyed it because the fact that it's more AR based, I think, compensates for maybe that I'm a slower player. I think it's adequate compensation for that. That's all I'm bothered about, to be honest. You know, being able to utilise an AR more in just about every situation, whereas on Ghost, especially as the metagame's evolved, it's just become predominantly 8 times SMG, and that's obviously not my forte.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, we're going to see how you get on with AW. It's only a week or so away now. One last thing, how do you think AW or Advanced Warfare is going to affect the UK scene?
Not particularly the UK scene, but I think in general it's going to provide a huge boost. I think, make no mistake, people are beginning to get bored of Ghost. It's been, surprisingly, the scene has seen growth contrary to popular belief. You know, there's been growth in numerous aspects, whether it's viewership, you know, concurrent viewership across multiple events, and even attendance at events. You know, I think Anaheim comes to mind. In June, the crowd was absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's one of the best crowds I've seen. It rivaled multiple crowds on Black Ops 2, so I think Ghost has been positive for the scene in a lot of ways. And that's something I think people need to focus on more rather than the negative aspects, which of course you've got the bomb glitch and other things like that. But I think I'd expect it to rejuvenate the UK scene more, especially given the fact that, you know, we're going to have consistent online competition with the Gfinity Cups, the Gfinity Leagues, and other things.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, Swanny. So coming up next, we're actually going to have me playing Swanny on NBA 2015, and I think they're going to get you to set a fastest lap on our lovely racing rig here in the studio.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
Awesome. We'll catch you at the gaming station. Professional COD player, so I've decided to play him at basketball.
I think it's accurate to say this is both our first time playing NBA.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to figure out the controls a minute ago. It didn't work great.
No.
So prepare for a little while. I think we're only going to go to the half here,
right.
Because it's quite a long game and we don't want to be here forever. So the score at the half wins. I believe you're about to go the Spurs.
And I believe that Bryce, just a disclaimer, is possibly the most overpowered team in the game, it looks like.
I have gone Chicago Bulls, but the 95 to 96 season squad. So, I mean, they seem okay. They've got Jordan on there. I know him.
Judging by other sports games, all their stats are 99, so...
Well, we'll see. I feel like I need the advantage here to try and beat you at a game. Otherwise, I've got no hope.
Right.
If it was Call of Duty, you'd slap me all over the park, probably. I mean, I'm fairly good. Right, let's have a look. So this game already, I mean, we were playing around with it. The graphics are pretty good.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was told actually by one of the producers backstage that 70 nominations or awards for this game.
Really?
Something to do with the way the graphics and the facial recognition and all that has been put together is fantastic.
I mean, it looks pretty good.
There you go, they're introducing the teams. There's your team, or the losers as they will be known. And there's my team, the 95 to 96 Chicago Bulls. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. I feel like it's a fairly good team.
It's the old school Bulls versus the 2014 playoff winners, led by Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich. I feel a bit intimidated because Michael Jordan's on the court, but...
So I think the tip-off is... Oh, there you go. Move
R
or
press Y to jump. Sweet.
We got it. Oh, you got it. See, now, the problem with this is I still couldn't exactly figure out how to play it. Oh, no. Oh, you suck.
Audacious three-pointer
Jordan,
from
he's going straight to the hole.
Tim Duncan.
No, he's not. He's going to pass off the Harper. Go straight for it. I don't know how to do this. That's in. No, it's not. Tip in by Jordan. Oh, look at that. Two-pointer. Nothing but net.
This is going to go badly.
I'll buy some. If we win this, I'll buy some Air Jordans afterwards just to celebrate. I feel like that can only be. Hey, you suck. So what was that? Like I didn't even put up a fight. All right. Away it goes. That is a throw. Rodman straight in, 3-pointer. Nowhere near.
For the folks who watch the playoffs this year, I'm sure you know about the Spurs teamwork, which is something I'm trying to emulate. Unfortunately, my NBA skills.
I feel like you know about basketball.
Oh,
I know.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really translate into in-game skill. What the hell?
Okay, that was not a good shot. That's just to put you off. Like that was a. I mean, obviously you're struggling already.
I'd probably be better if my limited knowledge actually translated into some in-game skill, but apparently it doesn't.
No, I feel like this is going to be a real show of how not to play this game. Oh, what? How is that your ball? Cheating. Come on, Rodman.
That's a foul, surely.
Oh, no, it didn't. Rodman. How dare you accuse my team of cheating? That's in. That's nowhere near in, is it? Jordan, will you do something?
Clinical defence by the Spurs.
I'm not sure it's clinical. More lucky is the word I would use. Fluky. Not entirely sure they know what they're doing. See, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Not so clinical finishing, but he sinks the 2-pointer. Tim Duncan.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Right. That is a pass. Good shot. I wish it. Oh, how you legitimately are better than this.
Also known as the 2014 MVP of the playoffs. Oh.
Shoots, misses. I'll pass it down range. Here we go. This guy, he's got to be good at this range. He's not. Harper, just tip it in, Harper. Just put it in. There we go. Easy finish. I've kind of figured out how to finish it now. I'm going to sink a 3-pointer. This is 100% going to happen.
I feel like that we deserve the first person to sink a 3-pointer deserves a medal.
Right, I'm going to do it now. Watch this. That is nowhere near.
I'm about to try one from downtown.
How? Oh, he's gone for it. He's gone for it. No good.
Bro.
Out of bounds. My ball.
Greg Popovich is fuming.
There we go. Jordan. He's just sinking a 3-pointer. He's going to make it, you know.
Yeah, I think
that would have been a 2-pointer. Rodman.
I think your tactic should just be to pass to Jordan every time. That seems like the way to go.
If I could figure out how to pass consistently, then I probably would. Go on, John. Go on, John. Oh, a little bit of flip. Go. Pass to the giant man. And he throws it down. Oh, that was close enough. Rodman's got no one to pass to. Why are 4 of your players here? Pippen goes out wide, goes for the 3. That's not got anything again.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Oh, yeah. 6-4.
We're getting the hang of it now. Kawhi Leonard is warming up.
Exquisite assist.
Oh, see, I know for a fact it's something to do with the bar at the bottom of their feet. I just don't know how to kind of.
I know. I feel like you're right in saying that you need to like line the arrow up or something.
There we go. I got that one. Although he was about 3 foot away and he is 8 foot tall. Oh, that was easy. Like,
yeah.
That was actually not even. I haven't figured out defending on this game yet, let alone shooting.
I want to see a slam dunk by the end of this half, if possible. Oh!
Is that going to be a replay? Oh, let's watch this again. Nothing but net. No idea how I did that, by the way. He did it by himself. I feel like I need to point that out because people will be expecting me to do it again. I don't know how that happened.
Here's Green, following the basket by Michael Jordan.
It really is a treat to watch.
Jordan, will you do some defense? What was he doing?
So reliable.
Honestly, how do you even get those trainers?
Seems to be consistently there for this
Intercepted.
Oh no, this is going bad now. You're already 2 points ahead. If that gone in, I probably would have been very upset. I think getting the tip-ins are very easy.
Yeah. You just need to get it in the paint because there's no way one of us is scoring a 3-pointer.
Oh, look at this! Oh, that would have been great if it paid off. I mean, it wasn't likely to pay off anytime soon. Oh, quick! There we go. I will keep it with. No, I'm not. We've got Longley. Longley goes in. He's about 38 foot tall. Oh, bit of skill. Oh, that was godlike.
The defence was just nowhere to be seen.
I've worked out right shoulder button does something. Oh no, I think I've got. Oh no, you've got a timeout this time.
All right, let's make use of this timeout. Substitutions.
Energy. Who are you subbing it for? Oh, I think it's like.
We'll leave it for now.
Yeah, I think it does it for you unless you put it on manual. That's kind of cool. They even have cheerleaders.
Yeah.
We're playing it in the actual balls place, aren't we? We're at home.
Oh, so you've got another advantage.
Oh, I don't think that's an advantage.
Psychologically.
I wonder if that plays into the game. I just can't shoot to save me life.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
And little to no chance of that shot.
Oh yeah, I see how it is. Oh, yeah, that worked well for you, didn't it?
Oh,
This is it.
come
Come on.
man.
Why did you do the layup? Why has he not shattered the back glass?
Coming off
Must
the
be a button
steal
for
like
that.
it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game. Clark.
Right,
The
first
lead
quarter's
was
almost coming to an end, and it's a
stretched
draw.
out, and instead, we're right back to even.
What is that? Mills, he's a small person.
Rebounded by Wennington.
Right, go.
What was the defense
It's substituting
doing?
my entire team out. I've just realised that.
Trying to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Drilled.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a
Three-pointer.
Knocking down those long-range
Look, there's no Rodman, Pippen, or Jordan on the pitch anymore.
Gained possession.
Tell you what, that's just a major unforced error.
Once
right
again,
there,
Greg
guys.
Popovich is fuming with this
Oh, we got this.
amateur display of skill.
Kerr
Come on,
Goes to the
boys.
left, goes right,
Close him down.
goes in,
And it's blocked.
does not get anything and loses the ball. I'm 3 ahead. You're suffering here, you are suffering. Oh, you've missed it. My player gets the ball, passes it straight off, goes down the field, passes it again, and this is going straight to the hole. Look at that. I've got this
Excellent.
now, in the bag. That's from Swanny. You're going to
Who
lose.
knew that Bryce was an NBA maestro?
Yeah, you're getting dropped after this.
Like, why is he?
Over.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls.
What, dude? Oh, come on.
Absolutely not.
Man, that's
That should have
too
gone in.
bad. Easy shot there, and you gotta
Hit
knock
him,
that
hit him.
one
Oh,
That's
no.
a concentration cramp right there.
Admittedly, in the pre-warm-up, we
Yeah,
figured out
bearing in
the
mind,
goals.
folks, I didn't. Out of about 10 free throws, I scored one.
I like that. A foul
I have
to
full
save
confidence
them.
you won't get any of
They
these.
can earn it at the line.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the visit.
Well, this was
Come
a
on,
very
man.
consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%.
No good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by
Passed
5.
away.
It looks a lot easier when you watch it on TV.
Yeah, it does.
Offensive rebound. Kerr.
That's a tip in. There we go. Easy tip in. Look at that. I'm now 7 points ahead. You've got 10 seconds left of this half, this quarter. Can you do it?
Mills.
That, I feel like, was
From him, but
a terrible
that's
pass.
likely to change. The shot
Right,
by
that's
Bellinelli.
it. Got to do it before the buzzer.
Wennington.
It's before. It's away. It did not go in. You were lucky there, I feel. Bit more time.
That was
there, wasn't
enthralling, I think, from a spectator's perspective.
it? I like how it slowly got better and better throughout the
Yeah.
game for the first quarter.
For you, maybe. But
Second quarter.
Well, I'm now accelerating away from you. I mean, that's just how I am with games. If I played COD competitively still now,
yeah,
you wouldn't even have a chance. There'd be Epps on who.
Get underway.
I'm sure. It's a shame you don't have the cheerleaders and stuff in FIFA, I think.
Job on the glass.
Unnecessary, but
It's because there's only one break.
yeah.
And then we have like Gary Lineker instead of the cheerleaders.
Chase down those
Oh, Jordan going straight for the hole.
I think that just personifies how OP this team is. That is
There's nothing wrong
ridiculous.
with my team.
Then it's Tony
Just a little bit of diving,
Bill
ducking.
Wennington, and it's Rodman in at the power
How come
forward.
Jordan's? Oh,
So that's the five
Rodman's
in
back
the
as
game
well.
for Chicago.
I don't think Pippen is back.
The
It's
shot
just
by
subbing people out for me,
Bellinelli. No good.
apparently.
Another strong rebound, just like we've
I
got
don't even know how to say him.
used see
Kukoc.
from them today.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm getting trounced now. Come on,
it's
boys.
actually just a tearing. Like this is me just wiping the floor with you. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Up top, guarded by Jordan. The
Oh.
offensive rebound. Here's
What?
I'm not sure, like, on the bottom bars, which bar I'm
laid in with a nice touch.
supposed to be
I know
in
when
for.
you're nearby, it's very easy to get like a full white bar, which apparently means it's in. Otherwise, you need like a yellow bar, I think.
Kerr
I bet
Try
the
three-pointer.
seasoned NBA players who are watching this are just
Oh, they're fuming. They're going,
Yeah.
what on earth are you morons doing? Jordan for the three.
making it.
Jordan's got 11 points.
This is a tearing. And for those at home thinking that maybe I've cheated and I've played this game before,
For three.
we legitimately got it out of the packet. Well, Swan was here in the studio. It was actually bought while he was here.
I'm not sure. I feel like you might have the demo at home. Where's the defense?
Oh.
No way. And that obviously deserves a replay.
I like the way you skipped that replay then. What is wrong with his head? It literally looks like someone's drawn his head.
First time out. Yeah.
Sometimes it does simply boil down to who wants
We don't
Prime,
have
play
time.
through Jordan.
Substitution.
Prime reference, play through Jordan.
Yeah.
and is willing
That
to go
sounds
get
about
the
that. So I've had another substitution. Jordan's gone off.
Chicago's going with right now.
Oh,
Luke
so
Longley's
you called that
checked
time
in
out
for
to
Wennington.
let me
Pippen
play us.
comes in for
No.
Kukoc, and it's
What
over
happened
in
there?
for
You've gone for
Kerr.
the three. That's miles off.
Tony also making a switch.
Will you just
Kawhi
give the ball
Leonard's
away
checked
now?
in
Just
for
haven't
Bellinelli.
you've had enough?
Here's Duncan. And a
Shooting foul.
from
Is that me or you?
Got him on the way up that time, so
I'm
he'll
not-
shoot two.
How? I'm not sure how that was you, but I'll take it.
Free throw attempts of the game.
I think I may have jumped at the wrong time.
That
You still haven't scored a free throw.
Do,
He's checked in for San Antonio.
Yeah.
This is something to do with like the arc of the arms. Like you got to watch his arms. I could be talking rubbish here, by the way. Like I have no
Yeah.
idea. This is what I've guessed.
Once again, the seasoned NBA fans are just shaking.
He hits the
Oh, there we
Oh.
go.
line.
All right,
Finally got yourself a
I
point.
see you.
I'm only a slightly bit ahead.
The Bulls leading by 13.
And up
Bulls
and
from
in.
the corner.
Oh,
Rebound.
you were going to be raging if that went in as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's got his fourth
Especially since you commentated over it. Oh, come on.
on league.
There we go.
Grabs the
Away.
miss.
Rodman, right down the field. Pippen is going straight for it. He didn't get it. Jordan, tip it in, mate. Yeah, another point for Jordan. 30 to 15, Swan. You have 4 minutes to redeem yourself in the eyes of the world.
It's not happening. I'll play for the draw at the moment.
This is way more skillful than Call of Duty.
Oh, evidently.
Here's Parker.
Clearly, I'm probably the best game player in the world.
Chicago with the rebound.
Jordan,
3 on
gonna
3.
hop. I'm gonna just pass it back to Pippen and just put it in like that.
Pippen with the basket. The assist
I've
from
got found out if you're underneath the basket, it's possibly the easiest thing to score in the world.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh wow, I went backwards. Pippen.
They're keeping the ball moving. Defense
Well, there's like
has
Bill
to be
Murray
able
in
to
the
set
audience
up.
there.
quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
So the thing
right,
I've
we
really,
need to start thinking from three-point
yeah, you
balls.
do. Basically, I haven't really defended anything. You've just been.
Point range from beyond the
All right.
What was
All right.
that?
I see ya.
It wasn't even a three-pointer. It was like a 33-pointer.
From way downtown.
In home runs, you've had, baseball's had to throw less distance. Play through M. Jordan. Yes, that is my primary tactic.
I think it's the equivalent of just passing to Ronaldo every time on FIFA.
We'll get it to him first.
Leonard kicks to Duncan.
Right, go on, Harper.
And a
Jump.
clear foul
Oh
there.
no, that was definitely me.
The triple. He'll go to the line for 3.
Done it again. I can't. If I let this go in the last 3 minutes, I'll be really upset.
Scoring breakdown.
You've scored 1 out of 20.
How about the work on the offensive glass to
Oh.
this point, guys?
Too early, it says. I don't know what that means.
The arc of the arms, you say. All right, let's watch it.
Like when you reach the peak, you let it go and it goes in. I'm fairly certain that's it.
And he sinks
Yeah,
the
I
second.
think you might be right.
Yeah, slightly late, it said, so maybe like the before. So there's like a timing thing on free throws. Oh, you get another one because you scored.
Continue to attack.
And he
It is.
nails the
Yeah, you're right. I feel like we need a rematch off camera after this.
11 by 12. And
Oh,
Doris Burke has a
Pippen.
report for us from the
Tipping to
sideline.
Jordan. Jordan misses.
Well, guys, Coach,
You
great
tell me the bar, but Rodman's right there.
coach of the year.
Tip it.
The
No!
part of his approach
Oh, I
Oh,
got fouled.
that's-
My turn now.
He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge.
I'm gonna get this.
Rather than
There you
trying to manipulate them, he said,
It's Rodman
it's a
for the
great
free
feeling
throws.
when players get together and do things as a group.
Got one straight away. It's something to do with the arms.
Shocking haircut, though.
Oh, that is, it literally looks like someone's drawn his head. Probably the only haircut.
I think it's a good feature that you can play like
Old teams,
all
yeah.
star, like all
Just
teams.
one
Yeah.
from the line that time. Spurs
I actually
trail
picked them by
by
accident while we were
13.
kind of warming up. So,
Oh, of course, yeah.
Tried by Green. Played
oh,
into
okay,
the
that was pretty
You see
impressive.
now, I'm.
Green's got his
Oh, you're getting it now, are you?
Yeah. How long have I got? 3 minutes.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Look at the man on the ball.
Jordan with it. Leonard picks him up.
Jordan
From
OP.
18 feet
Oh, just he passed it back to Pippen, and that was actually disgusting.
That's the.
Is it pressure on? Is it? What? I mean,
Yeah,
why
I-
would you even try that?
No, it worked
How
out
did it
well.
get to your guy? That is rubbish. There's 4 Chicago balls around there, and you still get it. If you got that again, I would have been fuming.
He's been getting it done, really doing a
Pass
nice
to Jordan. Jordan goes in, and that. I
I
still haven't figured out how to slam dunk, and I really want to figure that out before the end of the game.
A solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Down the field, pass to Jordan. Here we go.
Jordan leading the way.
Oh, I passed it
Here's
to me.
Rodman, and there's
Yeah.
Rodman. Stay with it on the
Now, is
How am I
that?
losing this badly?
I don't really know. I've kind of accelerated. That's natural gaming talent coming through.
That's rubbish.
We've played the exact same amount of this game.
Able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par. He says,
Oh,
not
here we
all
go.
the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Oh, look at that pass from Jordan.
Count it. 2 points for the chance.
And that, I think that counts, and I get the foul.
Starting to get a little momentum.
What was a close game has resulted in a whopping.
Seconds comes in for longer. And Bushler
Can we play on COD after this?
Splitters
I
checked
feel like
in
the
for
answer to that is
San
no.
Antonio. Mills comes in for Parker.
Another one in,
Just gets
42 to
worse.
22. Do I only get one? Oh, went in.
Time called here. the Spurs decide to
Right,
talk it
first
over.
time out. Right, so you have 1 minute 51 left to come back 20 points.
I think it's not about coming back. It's just about salvaging some dignity at the moment.
From now on, I'm going to hit nothing but 3-pointers. That's all I'm going to go for.
Drive by Green, and the shot
Oh,
is
all right,
good.
all right. That's how it is.
Green's got his third bucket of the night.
This is it. I'm going to try just
There's
3-pointers.
a minute 40 left to play in the first
I wouldn't
half.
lose the ball straight away.
Leonard
That
with
is
the
also a great
steal.
tactic.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
Oh, this is some sort of potential comeback there. 4 points. Man, this is going to be an awesome 3.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first
That is a
half,
miss.
Clark, just piling up.
That's not. Oh!
Oh, what? He's still got it.
Apparently so. Go back outside.
Harper. Leonard brings the double team.
That is a miss.
They get it back. Pass to Bushley. Three-pointer.
That's a 3-pointer.
That's it.
No.
Oh, I thought because the bar went yellow without he would have
Yeah, that's
scored.
what I thought. Punch him. Hit him. Put him off.
Here's Leonard. Misses
Oh,
the
you
layup.
suck.
He had him with that pump
I've
fake.
given you every kind of opportunity under the sun
Chicago
here.
with the ball.
Go back outside.
They led the
Simpkins,
game
come on.
1 point by 20.
Harper.
Here's
That is a miss.
And again, Chicago. No good. Here's Mills. Ball going up court.
Oh.
Second chance effort. Here's
I don't know what my guys are
How are
doing.
they missing
going the other way
those
now.
shots?
from deep
Pippen. Oh, that's long.
range, and
Oh!
bucket on the assist by Bushley.
That was pretty impressive. If I don't say so myself.
He is just tearing it up this quarter.
You know, I feel like in the first 30 seconds we kind of describe what have you, I mean, we've played this game now. What do you think of it?
Leonard attacking. The stupendous
Despite my skill level, I'd say it's pretty enjoyable actually.
I'm actually getting really into it when
Yeah.
we've played like less than 10 minutes.
26
It's actually
seconds
quite a
left
fun
on
game.
the
Once you
clock.
kind of get used to it, I can see it being really. Oh, come on!
It teased you.
Pass to Simpkins.
I feel-
And the baseline
actually
jumper,
sucking
no
there.
good.
I feel like it's something you definitely get into.
Yeah.
Here's Leonard.
Like I said, I've never really played that many basketball games,
Chicago with the
but this one
rebound.
is actually. It seems quite fun.
Evans got double-digit
Well, mainly 'cause I'm
rebounds
winning,
now
but
in the game.
I actually like it, and also the graphics on this are
Yeah,
unreal
they're
for,
pretty good.
for a console game, and more important, it's kind of like an NBA game.
Second.
Even the cinematics and like the background of the.
Got it up. No good on that
This is
last
definitely
second
something
attempt.
you'd have a few mates trying to play a game. Well, unfortunately, this one, 47 to 28, I believe it was.
Again.
I appreciate you coming on to kind of show just how great I am. But there you go. There's a. I got 18% 3 points, 9 assists, 35 rebounds. I did fairly well.
I feel like we should have a rematch at some point.
We'll have a rematch after the
Michael
show.
Jordan.
He did okay. 15
MVP.
points. 15 points. Dennis Rodman got 10 rebounds. I mean, my team was pretty good. All right, guys. Well, I believe you're now going to hit a hot lap for us if we can get that done. We'll see you guys at the Forza station. Well, there you have it. Epsilon Swanny has set us a great hot lap. 1 minute 17.183. We're going to see how that stacks up to the rest of the guests that will be appearing in the rest of the series and see just how quick he actually is. I'd like to give a very special shout out to the man. We really appreciate him coming on for this episode. He's been a delight the entire way through. Obviously, not as good as games as he thought he was, as I have beaten him. So, Guys, if you have enjoyed watching this episode, please leave a comment underneath, give this video a like, and tell us who should we have on next time and what should we do for the rest of the series. I've been Brycey, this has been the Gfinity Show, and we'll see you next time.